it's Debbie. So we are making vanilla pudding to put in our banana pudding for today. So we can make this homemade. You don't have to go to the store and buy the instant or the cooked kind. You can just make it out of what you have in your kitchen. So I'm going to add in 2 1/4 cups of whole milk. And we're doing 2 egg yolks. And we're doing cornstarch, sugar, and salt. So everybody in the pool. So what we're going to do is we're going to stir this and continue to cook it about 5 to 7 minutes. And then we'll add our vanilla and our butter in. So we're just thickening it up right now. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes of this, and then it'll be ready for our vanilla and butter. Okay guys, so Elsie and I decided we're going to give a little bit of a zing to our banana pudding. So we're finished with our vanilla pudding. We've already finished that, but we didn't put our vanilla in yet because we're going to put that in last. So we're going to put in an 8 ounce of cream cheese. In here we're going to whip it up, and then we're going to add our condensed milk, and then we're just going to give this a little bit of a kick, and then we'll add in our vanilla pudding and we'll mix it all together, and then we'll add the vanilla at the end, and then we'll have an amazing banana pudding. So I'm adding a little bit of the condensed milk at a time. This is going to give it a very creamy texture. So we're going to let this mix for just a hot minute. What I'm going to do is, because this is pretty hot, this is our vanilla pudding, so it is pretty hot, so I'm going to be careful so we don't get ourselves burned here. And we'll go ahead and put that into our mixture and let it mix. This is definitely not the way your mama made it. Our mother, Elsie, can attest to this. It had the best banana pudding ever. So we gotta give her a little shout out for teaching us how to make it. Alright, and we're going to put in a little bit of vanilla. And that's 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and we're going to let this stir and see how it does. Okay, I'm going to make the
the whipped cream topping to put on top of the banana pudding. When I'm done with that, we're going to start layering in our wafers, the pudding, and the bananas, and then we'll top it off with the whipped topping that I'm making right now. That was heavy cream, some confectioner's sugar, and some vanilla. And we are going to whip this at medium speed for 3 to 4 minutes until it comes up with some stiff peaks. Okay, we are going to start layering in. The way Mom did it was she layered her wafers and her bananas and then poured the pudding on over the top, and the pudding just went down through and soaked in all the layers. Okay,
So this, when we were growing up, was a favorite of ours because it was at every meal. We had
every holiday meal.
Yeah, every holiday meal.
It was the most requested thing for any kind of gathering. Even as far as once we got older and got married, it was a requested item by our spouses, even by Ben's co-workers.
When Ben was working at the sheriff's office, he would have to bring in a pan every holiday of Mom's banana pudding. So we have a lot of fond memories of banana pudding. So when this came up on one of the requests that we do this for our weekend for a favorite, it was
natural.
Yes, it was. So we do this in honor of our mother, who is not here today. She is actually down in Florida seeing her sister, Aunt Helen. Aunt Helen is been sick, and so Mom went down there to visit her and make sure that she's able to give her last goodbyes to our Aunt Helen. So we love you, Aunt Helen, and we pray for you, and hopefully you will feel better.
There was many a time when Mom was making this that it wasn't unusual for her to have to make 3 trays of it, because
Yes.
one for Daddy's work, one for Ben's work, and one for our dinner that we were having.
Yes, I remember that. It was a hours of process.
Right, and the most part. Now, she did not make it homemade like we're doing right now, like we did today, which is not very usual for us. But she did make the cooked kind, no instant kind for Mom. My dad could tell instantly if there was an instant pudding in the mix.
And also, when Mom was making them later on in years, when Daddy would request it, Mom would put pineapple in her mixture with the bananas, and she would layer them in with the pineapple, and that was Daddy's favorite request.
Yeah, he loved the pineapple in his banana pudding. I don't think too many of the family now care for the pineapple in it. I wouldn't mind it. It's not something I'm opposed to, but we try to keep it neutral so that everybody will end up eating it. So therefore, we're not putting pineapple in it.
When Ben would work, he would do off-duty work at the Amtrak.
Mm-hmm.
And
even the Amtrak people.
yeah, he would take an extra pan of banana pudding down there for the Amtrak employees. And Some of them even ask to this day if Mom would make them a pan of banana pudding. She just had a knack for it. It was her dish. It was her signature dish. So
Even the Baker's Crossing Memorial Day picnics that we had for the neighborhood, she would bring banana pudding to that, and all the neighbors even started looking forward to it there when we would have our yearly event there. So it looks like we're going to have one more layer of wafers on top here, and then we will put the banana pudding. That's one thing I never did understand. It's banana pudding. Why don't you use banana in your pudding? Why don't you flavor your pudding banana, not vanilla? It's good regardless.
it is. This is yummy, and I'm telling you, the little recipe that we put
Okay, there you
the
go.
cream cheese in our.
So we even have some vanilla wafers left to snack on.
Like 2 boxes of it. And we'll let this sink down, and then we'll put our whipped topping on top of it.
She would help it along. Reach down in there. And part of this is you're going to have to let this sit and soak down in on its own. It will go down.
So this is something that you can make in the morning, and you have it for dinner at night.
The longer it
because
sets, the better it is.
you put it in the refrigerator, and it firms up, and it sinks down. It's able to go by gravity. So we're
Your wafers soak up the pudding.
this is how we choose to do it, was pour the banana pudding on the top, because it is still a little thin on the consistency, so it's easier to go between the bananas and the wafers. But if you want to take your
Each layer and put your pudding in between each layer, you can do that as well.
yes,
We do it the lazy way. That's
we
the
do
way
it
Mom did it.
did it. Yes, we do it the way Mom did it.
We're not going to say it's lazy. We do it the artistic way. We let it fall where it may.
That's right. We're almost. Just a little bit more here. And what we'll do is on the top, we will take some vanilla wafers and put them on top of our.
After we put the Cool Whip on,
After
or the
topping
heavy
is on.
whipping cream that we
Yeah.
just made.
And we'll put that on the top.
You can see little bubbles popping on the top. That's the air bubbles coming to the top from its going down between the cookies, the bananas. This is not one of those dishes that looks very pretty on the side, because we're letting it fall where it may. So it's not, you're going to see more of the pudding just go down.
Do you want the rest of this in the bowl?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. All right. So good to the last drop. We have to get every little bit of this in here. And that cream cheese that we put in it with the condensed milk, oh my God, it put it to another level. It's an amazing recipe. And everything that you have should be in your kitchen. You don't have to go buy the instant kind. You don't have to go buy the cooked kind. You can make what's in your kitchen right there. It's all there.
Okay. Yep.
All right, guys. So now that we've got that in there, and it's so pretty and so yummy, oh my gosh. So Elsie's gonna put the whipping cream on the top, and then we're gonna put the vanilla wafers on top of it, and then we're gonna put it in the fridge and let it set. stuff is so sweet and so light and airy. It just, everything that is in this came from scratch except for the vanilla wafers, and I'm telling you, it is just something to, yummy. We're gonna put our little vanilla wafers on top and just crumble up some and put it right over that whipped topping. Oh, that looks so good. And that is our version of banana pudding. Thanks, guys.
Hi, I'm Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
With Two Sisters Southern Cooking.
We thank you for visiting our page.